Привет!
Привет!
С вами Тая,
Егор
и программа «После школы».
Сегодня мы поговорим о настоящем телевидении.
Как известно, любой уважающий себя телевизионщик мечтает получить премию Эмми.
Эмми? Егор, по-моему, она называется ТЭФИ.
Тая, у нас премия за лучшие телепрограммы действительно называется ТЭФИ, а в Америке ее почему-то называют Эмми.
И откуда это у тебя столь интересная краеведческая информация?
Это интересная краеведческая информация из первых рук от Джона Альперта.
Ах, от Джона Альперта? Ну тогда все понятно.
Если кто-то не в курсе, Джон Алперт – знаменитый американский кинодокументалист. За свои фильмы он получил не одну Эмми, а целых 15.
Да, это уникальный случай.
А у нас сегодня есть уникальная возможность увидеть Джона Альперта собственной персоной.
Здравствуйте, Джон.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Good. I'm here with some of our high school students who we want to become your friends, and we want you guys to make films with us.
Okay, welcome to Petrozavodsk.
Thank you.
And here is a little puzzle for you. How do you think? What is it?
So you guys were talking about Emmys, right? So if you had a V here, it would be Roman numeral 16, and then that would be how many Emmys I have. Is that?
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, let's watch the full picture.
Oh,
Okay.
this is a real
The correct answer is
trick.
taxi.
So, John, why
Yes.
taxi? How it was connected with you?
I was a taxi driver before I began making films.
When did you say goodbye to taxi and start filming?
Well, I did it at the same time. I had to drive a taxi cab while I filmed because I needed to eat. And my filming was so bad, nobody would ever pay me to do it. So for about 2 years, I was driving a taxi cab and filming at the same time.
So, very soon you became the first American reporter who filmed in Cuba. How did you manage to get there?
Boat. I took a boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I was so excited to go. I was carrying my camera. In fact, I was carrying too many things, my camera and other stuff. I can't wait to get on the boat. I tripped, and the camera went right into the ocean. It never worked again. Luckily, I had a second camera. So we took a boat because it was very difficult to get to Cuba in those days. The United States and Cuba the governments had hostile relations for the past 50 years. It's only a few months that we've made friends with Cuba as a government. People to people, we've been very friendly, but the government's been fighting.
Okay, tell us about this film.
When I was this young, I had no idea what I was doing with my filming. The camera work was terrible. I didn't know how to construct a film. But Cuba was so interesting that even though we had no talent and no experience, the film was very entertaining.
Okay, let's return to America. We have a picture from you, one of your first films. And it was about school, yes?
That's correct.
Can you explain what happens there?
Well, she doesn't look very happy, does she?
Yeah.
What was going on in those days is a local mafia had taken control of the schools and was stealing all the money, was not allowing parents to speak at the meeting. It was very undemocratic. And the parents were angry, they were protesting, and the police were called in and used to beat the parents up every week. So they said, John, will you please come with your camera? Will you please film this? Because nobody believes this is happening in America. And so this is a scene from a school board meeting that we filmed.
This film was on TV. What changed after this show? Maybe nothing.
Well, something changed here in this school. They threw out the mafia. They held new elections, and honest candidates won. It was a victory for the people, and the camera enabled that victory. So when that happened, we said, holy cow, this is like a magic wand. You wave it over something, and poof, it gets better. And so that was very encouraging to us.
Okay, now we have a new puzzle for you.
Oh my gosh.
Try to guess. What is it now?
So I think I'm going to guess because now I know your tricks, okay? So I say this is the middle of the Vietnamese flag.
So, let's watch the full picture.
China!
Yeah.
Oh, that says China?
Yeah. I know that China sent you away from the country and now you can't come. And why so?
They had a terrible earthquake, and because of the corruption of local officials, thousands of children died during this earthquake that didn't have to die. They died because the schools were made out of substandard materials because the officials stole all the money for the schools and then built the schools out of junk. And so when the earthquake happened, the kids were inside and got killed. China's a one-child state. Your family's finished at this particular point. And they wanted answers, and they asked us to help them. And so we were helping them investigate what happened. And the government didn't like this, and they finally jumped us with 35 secret police. But we imagined that this might happen, so we had already shipped our tapes back to New York. So when they come to arrest us, it was too late because all our material was back in New York, so they let us go.
Okay, we know that you also filmed in Iraq during war, and they didn't allow you to film almost everything. And how did you manage to do it?
Yeah, hand me that camera there.
Yes.
Give me the camera, come on.
Okay.
Okay. So now we were using little cameras like this, and we prepared these cameras in a way so it was very difficult to tell whether or not we were filming. And sometimes we would hold the camera like this maybe, but it was on and we'd be filming. Mm-hmm. We had secret language. This would mean something to us, okay? You might not understand it. The miners didn't understand it. We'd go, and we had like about a 20-word vocabulary that we would use, and it helped us film things that they were trying to prevent us from seeing.
So, John, you have camera now. Can you teach us how we can film if we are not allowed to do it?
First of all, usually when you have a battery, the more important than that is you need to put a battery in the camera first, okay? And when you do that, and if you're filming, normally you film with this window open, right? But if the window's open, they're going to be able to see the monitor, and they know something's happening. It comes from experience, and it comes from having your life at risk, and it also comes from understanding that you have a responsibility as a reporter to bring home this information so people can see it, even when people are trying to stop you. Even if you might be breaking a law in another country, your overall law is the truth.
And now you have to open your main secret, okay? How to make a really good film? How do you think?
I think if you want to make a really good film, first especially if you have very limited talent like me, you have to spend a lot of time doing it. It's not like baking a cake where it's done in 30 minutes. And there's a simple formula. Every film is different, every film has challenges, and every good film takes time. There are no instant good films. It's not add water, here's a good film. You need to be able to get some type of special access to your subject. So for example, if you want to make a film about me, but I don't like you, and I never let you talk to me, and every time you come I'm putting my hand in front of the camera, you're not going to be able to make a good film. So you have to figure out how you're going to get inside next to your subject. How am I going to get into China? How am I going to get into Cuba? How am I going to get into Petrozavodsk? You need to believe in your heart that what you're doing is really important, and so you really need to have strong passion. So the time, access, passion spells T-A-P. So when anybody asks me what is it, I go tap, tap, tap.
Okay, thank you. You are not making film here in Petrozavodsk, but students from your organization are filming here now.
And what are you waiting for the future film?
I think that the young Americans that we brought here are very talented. They sure need to do a lot more work in order to be really good filmmakers, but they have the passion that I was talking about in order to do so, and so do you kids. That's the real exciting thing about this project, is sort of when we see these two chemical reactors come together and make an explosion of talent. It's really quite exciting.
John, thank you very much for this interview.
We are waiting for your new films and new films of your students.
Thank you, and we all love Petrozavodsk, don't we? 1, 2, 3, we love Petrozavodsk!
На сегодня все.
Увидимся через неделю.
Если ты хочешь посмотреть этот выпуск еще раз,
заходи в группу нашей программы в интернете.
Вместе с нами над этим выпуском работали наши американские гости, ребята из Общественного центра телевизионных проектов Нью-Йорка, который возглавляет Джон Альперт.
Прямо сейчас они выходят делать селфи.
До встречи после школы.
Счастливо.
Пока.